What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them, now in his 8th year in the NFL.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Here's McCarthy.
And that is incomplete here. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Now McCarthy.
Caught outright by Patton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive, that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
They'll run on first down. Christie, and good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On play action, McCarthy.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Here's 3rd and 6. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
This one caught by Davis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there. And he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To the air with McCarthy.
Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy.
Under pressure, it to him again. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by the man from Arkansas getting the start here, their rookie quarterback.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game because a rookie quarterback getting the start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warner. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the 43-yard line.
Now the first carry here for the running back. It's a pickup of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key for it.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. And they start 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
He finds his man complete. That's Warner. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
He'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Davis with it left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. As they've got it as we resume action. Now a handoff up the middle. Christie, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. On the slant, he's got Davis.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie things up at 6-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. And they run the option on second down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incomplete. Step. To shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Able to slither by. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Green, the tight end, in motion.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Take it at the 37. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Tokyo set to go on offense once again.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's the 2nd and 7. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one. And it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wildcard game.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 9.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Buying time to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Open man there is Malone. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
He'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, the next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Here's McCarthy. It's caught by Davis. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Warner. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He finds his receiver left side. This is Patton. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Now McCarthy.
Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Up the middle they go. Christie. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bryan. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is McCarthy. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
To the air again, McCarthy.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter.
To the air with McCarthy.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. That is caught.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered on the first step in their comeback attempt.
Now the extra point.
It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now a handoff up the middle. Christie. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. 2nd and 16. They'll keep it on the ground. Christie. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
Just a disaster of a series here. 3rd and long, no one open anywhere. This ball just has to be thrown to the sideline.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Can't officially call this a win for them yet, but it's looking good to move on to the divisional round. They'll be on the road, of course, as an underdog. But the age-old question, would you rather have the momentum they're going to have or sitting at home with a bye? I'm sure you'd probably rather have the bye.
You remember that conference call we had before the playoffs started? We were talking with some people in the industry and some of the coaches that are out there. And we kind of posed the same question. You know, if you're coming off of a game like this, you know, and you're taking out a team that had that open week, which way do you want to go? And you remember the answer they gave us? I want the better team.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
I get it. But I think there's a lot to having that momentum of having played versus coming off of that layoff because maybe you start a little bit slower. We see those upsets happen all the time.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Warner. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 2nd and 7 from the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hands it off out of the gun. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 3rd and 12.
It's 3rd down and 12.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
This 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Down to the 10.
And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that, oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The visitors' offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Back to throw. McCarthy.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Now he's free at the 35.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On first down, Forbes. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say sayonara from Tokyo.